I know the hotel tax is only $150,000 last year roughly. We got a good idea, maybe 152, maybe 180. We know that we got basically left for next year $240,000 in our fund. Well, you add that 240 and 150, we got 390. Well, we know for a fact our budget this year is 395, so we're going to be short. So we do need to get a budget. We do need to make sure people who want bigger numbers come to us before we do our budget.
Mayor, if I may? Okay. So budgeting is right, everybody's right, but how we have to think about it like this. This year, we set aside an amount, and I believe somewhere around $100,000 for disbursement, because there's a, hotel motel is a huge fund, but for disbursement through your board, they have a dollar amount of, I believe it's somewhere around $100,000. Now, we've had that for a couple of years. Since we did this on the inception, they've never even come close to exceeding or dispersing all those funds. But this is becoming a very popular board, and so it's more we exercise and more we have it. And so if you set the criteria, and when we had a conversation, I'm just using that word because it seems to fit, it tells them, because we've never given them direction as to how much. We never said how much. It was kind of like, as we need, and they can prove the application. And so as they go forward and you say, okay, they know that they're going to have the big ticket items like the $35,000 or a special item that may come along, I don't know, Bloom Fest or something like that, that they have to keep in mind that that's how much money they have. I believe they also have a treasurer, and that person's responsibility is like it's taken down. So at the beginning of the fiscal year, you say you have X amount of dollars that you can disperse, but now you give them criteria saying the maximum, and of course there's always exception to the rule, but the maximum you can give to one organization is, I believe, a number that was thrown out there was $10,000. So that's the maximum. And if you give somebody $5,000, they have to come and present to the council. And I believe one of the talking points you had, Councilman, was to have a budget presented, and that's why the attorney prepared a sample budget, so that they all look alike, because, you know, everybody does budget different. So these are things they're looking for. So those are kind of criteria that you, once you decide, because you all know the law, you decide this is the criteria, then we can take it to the board, and now they have something to work with.
Okay, our sample budget is basically what we already adopted in this book. So can I give our attorney a copy? Because she wasn't aware of this book, so it's very unfair for her to get thrown in the middle of
Yes,
about her.
and I've met with the attorney several different times. Believe me, she has a staff, and she now has a staff of things that we're coming across, bringing her up to speed, so to speak.
Councilman Jimenez?
Said that everyone has to meet the criteria. I guess Mr. Ortiz was just trying to say that the people that, like Peanut Festival, the ones that are normally coming here, like the Home and Garden, I think they're wanting to start coming every year, and every year it's going to be different. You know, you can't, everybody's got to meet that criteria for that certain amount of monies. You know, I know they came asking 15,000 or 20,000, whatever it was last time, but they didn't meet the criteria from the year before. So if they're not meeting the criteria, well, you can't disperse 20,000.
But it's to put the cap.
Because that's against what.
Yes, but it's put the cap to say that you have to have.
I know, but regardless of the cap, like for example, if the Peanut Festival becomes a flop, we can't continue to give them $35,000 a year. Now, if they become more successful, they're bringing more bands, more everything, and now it's quadruple. Hey, well then they're going to need more money.
Well, if criteria that the word could be funding guidelines, you know, so that you can give them some type of guidelines, because right now.
No, I understand
we have
exactly
to
what
give
you're saying,
guidelines.
but there's certain organizations that are coming every year, so you could kind of look at it in that perspective.
The
Councilman Nisbet?
Tourism Advisory Board, if the Peanut, don't hold me to anything on Peanut Festival, excuse me. If the Peanut Festival does become a flop, the Tourism Advisory Board are the ones that should tell us they did not meet the criteria. And that's what's in the book here, and that's what Mr. Frick gave me a packet a while back that was in there, and they do an outstanding job on the thing. Everybody fudges numbers. It's an easy thing to do to fudge numbers and force entry stuff backwards. But it's up to that board to say, didn't meet it, or it did meet it. And I'm a believer in the cap of the standard, but 15,000, I'm okay with that, but I just believe we should have some exceptions. And then we need to take some of this stuff out and go back to our book that we have here and just put the money in the cap tonight. Everything else will go to this book here instead of what you had to come up with off your sleeve, you know.
See, what
Yes.
we're trying to prevent what happened last year. You know, they were approving everything, every single thing. They approved monies for other cities, other counties, and other different amenities or whatever, but looked like they weren't filtering anything out. You know, they put it all on the city council. So it's whoever's on the advisory board that needs to check everything out and really look at it. I think Mr. Gonzalez is doing a great job of it, and he's looking at everything, and, you know, I guess we're starting from you again. So hopefully we can follow the guidelines.
Okay. Any other comments by the council members?
Yes. Madam Mayor,
Ortiz?
does council feel comfortable with that cap?
What, 15 or 10?
10?
Like I had said before, 15.
Yeah.
With exceptions.
With exceptions.
Right. With exception. And council can make that call.
Because if you're going to bring in an event that's going to be a 5-day event or 6
Like
days.
like that Balloon Fest. I mean, that one there was outstanding.
Okay. Any other comments before I open the floor to citizens' comments? Okay, any citizens' comments pertaining to this item? Mr. Gonzalez?
Fred Gonzalez, Floresville. And I'm doing this a little bit differently, blindly. I'm not sure what you have there. I'm getting the drift of it from listening to you folks. And let me just say a few things here. You know, there's two things involved here. One is the budget, obviously. If you don't have any money, no matter how many people come in here and give you a great picture, you don't have any money. The other is making sure that whatever requests we have meet the legal requirements. And that's where we come in. Now, if you give us a budget, then we'll have to work within the budget. Now, I think that Councilman Ortiz had a great idea, and that is having a yearly budget for anything that comes up. For example, if you advertise, I don't know, before January, here's our program, this is what we have, you folks that need to come in, but we're going to establish a budget for the whole year so that we can tell, no matter when they come in, how much we can allocate per request. Now, that takes a lot of work, but that would be very helpful. But here again, I think there's two sides, budget and there is application of criteria. And Councilman Neeson, you have a book there. I think that we'll be book there doesn't do a whole lot of good. But
Well, you give me copies.
you're not talking about the law itself.
No,
Oh, no,
I'm talking about
okay,
the
then the
Floresville
book you
book.
got, good, I did give you copies.
Yeah.
So we have guidance right now from DML, we have guidance from the Hotel and Lodging Association, and another one that doesn't have a name attached to it. We use those, and we're planning on having a workshop and being more stringent in the application of those given criteria. I think we can do a better job. I really believe that. In fact, I'm back on this board because of that. But if there's a limit on budgeting, again, across the board, not indiscriminately, but with good ideas as to why, we can work with it. But we cannot in any way not use the criteria given to us by the law. Thank you much.
Thank you. Any other citizens' comments? Okay, if not, I will entertain a motion. I don't have a resolution 2018-002. Do we have copies? I have the guidelines, but I don't have a resolution.
There is no resolution at this
Okay.
time.
So just take off the resolution, just CNA to approve disbursement criteria.
Okay.
But I think there was still some discussion, I may have missed it. The attorney kept comparing, if you all can come to a consensus of what you want to see and then she has that, book that she can punch in the other things, so that when she comes back, of course, Councilman, you said to remove the one-year requirements, but the dollar amount, I wasn't quite sure, and then the exceptions, we speak into that. So then we can take them, you just need to give her the criteria that you want to have in there, so when it comes back, it should be ready for passage.
Okay. So I will entertain a motion to table the item for tonight, but to give direction to our attorney on capping it at 15,000.
Right.
And also,
With the exception.
with the exception of some items. Okay. So that way we can have a resolution for the next meeting.
Can I also ask, Madam Mayor, was council going to add on there that it's just on a yearly basis, or it's going to be every other year, or,
Yearly,
well, okay,
yearly.
okay, yearly, to be considered yearly. Okay.
Ma'am?
So, yes.
As indicated by Councilman Nissan, I've been working with this a long time, as you know. I will offer my services if I may, in any way that you need my help.
Thank you very much.
I'll work with you. Thank you.
Thank you.
And at this point, Mayor, if I may, our new attorney, Mr. Rodriguez, has quite an office here in town on, she's on 3rd Street. She's here in town, so she has office hours, but she does have an office here in town. That is part of her legal fees that she's doing. The city is not incurring any additional cost for that, but she does have a local office hours located on,
It's on the Murray Building.
okay, the Murray
Across
Building.
from the courthouse where Tom Caldwell has his offices.
Business card with your phone number, your email, and your new address, basically the days you're gonna be here.
Yes, she's putting this
I'm
together.
getting that together now, basically here just about every day.
But the paint smell is still kind of,
We
Yeah,
got-
it's still strong,
We have
sorry.
houses for sale for it.
just,
I already talked to an RV gentleman today,
so,
so.
just to let you know, so, Mr. Gonzalez, I'm going to like
Yes,
you
most
to
definitely.
across the street to the.
Okay.
Can we get the motion
Yeah,
correct?
I will entertain a motion to table item 5E.
And it's a motion to table and give direction to attorney to cap at 15,000 with exceptions for now, is that
Correct.
Is everybody
For a
agree?
special event or something.
With exceptions,
So that's the exceptions, and yearly,
Yearly.
Yes.
and yearly.
and make it yearly.
Yes. Okay. So I will entertain that motion.
So moved, Madam Mayor.
I have a motion by Councilman Ortiz. Do I have a second?
One second.
Seconded by Councilman Jimenez. All those in favor, please raise your right hand. Thank you, 5-0.
Thank you, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. Moving on to item 5E, consideration action to approve resolution 2018-003. This is to allow a senior citizen discount on the refuge rate. Councilwoman Cantu.
Mayor, if I may, Councilor, if I may. Okay, this was a talking point that we had on another agenda. We were just talking about it, that you all would look at it, maybe do that. And so the attorney is trying to clean up all the things we have out there outlined. So this is to say that we can address that. I know we talked about it, and sometime we didn't agree on the amount. But the criteria basically says if someone's 65 years or older and they request by application and the water bill is in their name, we can give them a discount on the refuge portion of it. We did not determine a dollar amount for the discount. It is $17.50 per household is what the cost is on your monthly water bill. This would be a monthly discount, and though the amount would determine the percentage of the discount. So this is the a resolution for if you all care to take action.
Yes. Now let me ask you, if a person over 65 has multiple properties, do they get a discount on all their properties?
We just get one, the property that they reside in. And we can add that language.
Okay. Any other, Councilman Nissen?
Yeah, I'm short, I'm over 65, $8. But actually, I talked to the county, I've talked to the state, and I talked to the census I got off the internet. Nobody knows what we have in seniors. The county says we have 502 houses that seniors are registered at. One of the census says we have 207, the other says we have 763 seniors that live in the house. So I just decided to take the 502 houses that the senior's name is attached to, in between, because nobody really knows. And at $5 a person, it's going to roughly cost the city $30,000 to do this in kind to the seniors. Our problem with $30,000 is where do we get that money to cover up the $30,000 loss that we're going to be using? We right now don't have our 90 days money reserves. And now we're going to give away $30,000 because when I tried to talk to the state, the county, and then went on the census thing that I got, nobody knows how many seniors we have. We do know that we have 763 homes that are related to seniors that own the property. They may not live there, but they own the property. Now, do they own multiple houses? Well, we can know one man has been in this town for years, owns a bunch of them. So nobody knows. I was really surprised. We don't know how many seniors own houses or live there. But with the information we got, like I said, 502 houses at $5 is going to be 30,000. If you add the river bend to it, it's 527 homes, and it's going to be $31,620 that we're going to be giving away, providing everybody signs up for it. We don't have the $30,000 to throw away right now because we still don't have our 90 days in reserves. So I don't know where we're going to get it because when you look at the budget is even Steven, what you bring in, you send out, we're going to have to take $30,000 off it. If we do $1 on it for now, for this year, to see how many people actually sign up, then we can look at it again next year because it may only be $2,000, 200 people signing for it. It may not be 20 people signing for it, but start small is all I'm asking because we don't have the $30,000 to give away.
Thank you, Councilman.
How about $3? Yes, now we left it blank criteria. Again, I just said that the cost per refuge, that's what's coming off, is $17.50. And so you can give a discount.
$17.50, okay.
$17.50.
$5.
So then we reduce it, but you can reduce it by whatever amount. That's why we left it blank. Staff is not making one recommendation.
Because not everybody, I've had a lot of phone calls, they said, well, Gloria, we don't need it. Well, if you don't need it, don't. If you don't get this application, you want to apply for it.
And the age is just the ages are correct. It's a point
There are
65.
that do need it.
Yes, and so I'm never get into income or fixed income because that gives information I don't want my staff to get into. It's just very simple. You live
And
here,
then we'll do it for 6 months and see what happens.
and then your access, and then we can go forward.
How do you have in your water bills, the county doesn't, our zip code, they go by, they don't care about anything else. Do you know exactly, we have a lot of houses that are in the county with the Floresville address, the Floresville zip code. Can you isolate them from the regular residents of Floresville?
Everyone who lives within the city limits pays a rate. Anyone who receives water from us that does not live in the city, those rates have doubled the inside the city limits rates. So it's very easy for them to determine who's necessarily in the city limits and who's not. It would have to be of some type of ID to say, yes, state ID, driver's license or something to say, I'm here, this is me, I'm Susie Snowflake, I'm 65. And I live in this
You're saying
address.
that $17 is the max that we get?
$17 is what is billed to the person.
$17.50.
$17.50 is what's billed.
So if we do that at $3, it's going to be $18,000. So if we do it at $5, it's $30,000.
That's just everybody signs up.
That's with everybody. And we don't know who it is. Nobody can come to a conclusion. I got 207, 763, 502, 527. Nobody knows.
We can put advertisements in.
The millionaires only $1.
We can
I'm
put
not going to say anything
advertisements.
about finances.
We can advertise a campaign, if you like, and on the water bills and on our Facebook to have people to sign up, encourage people to sign up. And when people come in and see if you're a senior citizen, I mean, my mother, she takes advantage of every senior citizen county out there. Me personally, I'm not ever trying to ARP. So it's just a matter of each person individually.
Before I entertain a motion,
Okay.
Councilman Jimenez, and then I'm going to ask for citizen comments.
Okay, have you looked at it, how it's going to affect the budget? say if we go $3, $5, $2, $1.
Okay.
I know we want to look at it, for the first 6 months, see what happens.
You made a change in your budget last year where it is now we're receiving the franchise agreement. So your franchise agreement now gives about 5% that we're receiving, which adds about $30,000 into. So the franchise agreement that we just got back because of the change we made to make exclusive to the Republic would be eaten up. But it comes out of the refuge fund in reference to do that.
But that money is to increase what we can add to our reserves to get out of insolvency, but we have our 90-day supply. And what did you say last month? We have less
You
than
have less than 15 days.
15 days.
So it would, whatever you decide to disperse or discount, you were paying for it. Republic is not going to change their rates. When you give it a discount, it means that you're going to eat that into the bill, so it will reduce your income.
I could go with $2, that's $24 a year, to see how it works out for a year. We don't want to do it for 6 months, it's going to be too much of a bookkeeping headache. But if we got $2 for the year, $24 a person, I'm fine with that. And then after you see the people doing it, send something back out in the water bills and say, you may want to gift another $3 and let it gradually go, because we don't want to take, if utopia doesn't exist, you don't want to take $30,000 off the budget because we don't make it up anyplace. We just did a wash, and we need to add to our reserve funds. And that's the whole idea, is get the city out of insolvency.
Thank you, Councilman Nason. At this time, any citizens' comments pertaining to this? Okay. If not, I will entertain a motion to approve Resolution 2018-002 to allow a senior citizen discount on the refuge rate, but the rate has to be set. So I will
make the motion, I will move to make the motion to allow a citizen discount on the refuge rate
of how much?
$3 for 6 months. And see how that works.
Can we say to the end of the fiscal year?
Okay.
To the end of our fiscal year?
Okay.
And then we'll look at it again,
All right.
because 6 months doesn't, up to my calendar, our fiscal year. don't
That's
always line up.
February.
And then at that time, during the budgetary process, they don't happen in July, I can report on how it's going and how our assignment is going.
Okay, I have a motion on the floor by Councilwoman Cantu to approve Resolution 2018-003 to allow a senior citizen discount on the refuge rate of $3. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Councilman Nissen. All those in favor, please raise your right hand. All those opposed? 4-1. Thank you. Moving on to item 5F, consideration and action to approve Resolution 2018-004 to name the new City Park Edition. Councilwoman Cantu.
You were going to name it already? I mean, I was going to make it.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're on the item. You're on the item, so it's up to you on how you want to go forward with it.
Okay, a resolution of the City of Floresville adopting a name for the new city park expansion and sports complex and providing an effective date. I mean, I was gonna name it Floresville Sports Complex, since Mr. Johns cannot sing. Cannot sing.
Okay.
Rancho de las Cabras.
Okay.
I believe there's several, if you look in there, there's several, right?
Yeah, I want the third one.
The third one? Okay, that's what I was.
So, going Floresville
Sports complex.
Sports Complex.
Sweet meat.
Yeah.
Sweet meat.
It is not political.
Floresville Sports Complex?
I second.
Hold on. I know it's getting late. I know it's been an hour and a half of the meeting, but hold on 1 second. Okay, before I entertain the motion, I'd like to ask for citizens' comments, because if I forget, I get corrected on that. Any citizens' comments pertaining to this? Okay, if not, Mr. Gonzalez.
I'm just going to say a few words here, if I may, please. As we all know, it takes many people working together to get things done. This, of course, applies to anything that we do. In the sports complex, it's not any different. Many people working together. However, this effort was never easy. Many opposers over the years have had a hand in trying to stop it. On the other hand, there was one constant voice of support, always. Former Mayor Tejada, starting long ago, never gave up, never stopped doing the things that got this thing done. So I say thank you, Mr. Tejada.
Any other citizens' comments? Okay. At this time, I will entertain a motion, and I'll let you read it.
Okay. Resolution 2018-04, a resolution of the City of Floresville adopting a name for the new city park expansion and sports complex and providing an effective date. Do you want me to read it? Whereas the City of Floresville has long desired to construct an expansion to its city park to provide a modern and updated location for children and adults to participate in outdoor recreation activities. And whereas the City Council, FEDC, and 4A Cooperation have worked diligently on this project for almost a decade. Whereas special recognition should be given to the former Mayor Daniel Tejada, who dedicated his time, his effort, and fought to overcome hurdles and deliver a safe, modern, inclusive park for the citizens of Floresville and residents of the surrounding area. And whereas Mayor Pro Tem Gloria Morales decides to recognize the fact that the site for the park is located near Rancho de las Cabras, also known as the Rancho de Ghosts, which is one of only 2 known World Heritage ranch routes in the Western Hemisphere and is part of the Texas Independent Trail. And whereas it is necessary to provide a formal name for the new park project for continuity and legal purposes, and such a name should be a reflection of those who make our way of life possible. Therefore, be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Floresville, the new City Park Addition Sports Complex shall hereafter be formally known as Floresville Sports Complex.
Thank you. Okay, I have a motion on the floor by Councilwoman Cantu. Do I have a second?
Do you have a second?
Seconded by Councilman Nissen. All those in favor, please raise your right hand. Thank you, Mr. Answer. Thank you very much. Moving on to item 5G, consideration action to allow the Floresville Parks Foundation to make improvements to the skate park with the Baptist Health Grant funds of $7,500. I know this is sponsored by Councilwoman Cantu, but I think you have somebody from the Parks Foundation in case there's any questions.
My name is Henry. I'm a member of the Floresville Parks Foundation. Yeah, long time native of Floresville. So, you want me to?
I guess the question would be,
Yeah.
what would the $7,500 go towards it?
Okay, so what happened was sometime last year, Gloria Cantu had put an announcement out in the paper that the Baptist Healthcare Foundation was looking to expand into the rural counties because they give all their grant money up north, right? And so they said no one in the past has applied for the funds. So when I was asked to become a member of the Floresville Parks Foundation, they had a budget of like $4,000, $4,500 in the bank. So in the past, kind of like with the hotel, motel tax, everyone was coming to different entities in the city asked for funds. So this was an opportunity for us to go outside and have some funds come to Floresville. So in the past, I think in December, Paul Sack, when he was leading some of this, he had presented to the board, to the council, just a preliminary plan to improve the skate park. So one of the things that was, I guess, the slippage and the leakage in the parks survey when the FEDC was, correct me if I'm wrong, when the FEDC was doing the sports complex back a couple of years ago, one of the main things was people were asking for different parks and different walking trails and places to go for their animals. And that was one thing Floresville didn't have. So like right now, if you go to the Pecan Park to walk or exercise, you cannot take your animal, it's against the law. So they can come and cite, and write you a citation for that. So one thing that we saw by the skate park area was there's in the high area, and I don't know what y'all have or if y'all have those past drawings, but on the high area, I forget the name of the old house they had there, but the city had purchased it and torn it down, I think back when Gary Pelican was the city manager. So we thought that would be a good area that the Parks Foundation identified before I came